I'm back with another video, and in this episode, so a client of mine has seen a dining set that they want on Etsy, but they want it in time for them moving into their new house, so they've asked me. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to build a dining set, we're going to see how much it costs to make, and is it shabby chic or just plain old shabby? I don't know, let's find out. So my client has sent me this link to look at. This is basically what they want, but it won't be ready in time for their moving date. So they've asked me. So I'm basically going to use this as my main concept and do a little bit of a twist on it. So I've got 2 weeks to get this finished. That basically means I've got 2 days and 2 evenings to get this finished. I've never made a bench with backs on it before. So my first step is to get the design out the way. So I quickly had to throw a design together, because you can't go building something like this blind. You needed a bit of a plan. Knowing the size of the table thereafter, I've started off by drawing the top, and then I can draw in the trapeze style steel framework for the legs. And once I've got them in position, I can start drawing out the benches, and I've drawn everything to match the bench back, which I've done at 8 degrees, and they specifically required that the benches fit under the table the best they could without shortening the benches. So I've drawn it with the bench framework slightly shorter so they fit between the legs on the table, meaning when it's all pushed away and not in use, it leaves a smaller footprint. Happy with my design, it's time to get some steel in, because I can quickly make a cut list using my 3D drawing and get cracking getting all the steel cut to length. And it goes without saying, multiple cuts at the same length, you should always use a stop. That way you know all of your pieces are going to be bang on the same. So with my cut list, it's time to cut everything. I can lay it all out on the table, ready to move on to the next stage. And with all my bits cut, it's time to do some welding after quickly cleaning up all of the ends. Whew. So I just want to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Bcmask. Whether you work in construction, agriculture, or just have allergies, these masks are CE certified. 6-layer replaceable filter, reusable shell, but the game changer for me is the straps. Comfy, but for me they guarantee no gaps like most cheaper disposable options. So don't be a muppet and get the Pro Max M. There'll be a discount code on screen now. Click the link in the description. With everything set up, it's time to do some welding. So I've got 4 of these to make up, so I'm going to start welding them together now. No fancy welding bench here, just scraps and clamps. Once everything's tacked together, I can lay it all to one side after flattening all the welds. With the bench ends done, it's time to do the cross rails. Basically using my welding table to square up my bench. And once I'm happy with that, I can throw some boards on it and test it. Like I said before, I've never made a bench with a back before, and it seemed to work fine. Once everything's welded together, I need to flatten all my welds because this is all getting powder coated and a matte black finish. So I use my grinder using a very low angle of attack. With that all done, I can stick it out the way and wait for it to get collected for the powder coating. Right, so we need some scaffolding boards for this table. Just stopped off at Leeds Wood Recycling. I'm going to pick up some scaffolding boards. Had a quick look. The old ones, I normally use old ones because they'll be drier. They'll be better to work with, but they didn't look that great, so I've gone with new ones. So I've got to be careful with the moisture content because, yeah, scaffolding boards isn't the best thing to build furniture out of, but we're doing it. We're trying to build a budget table just like the ones on Etsy that you'd pay like £1,000 for. So shout out to Leeds Wood Recycling, thank you very much. If you have any waste wood, or if you're keen to start your woodworking journey as a hobbyist woodworker, they have courses available. The link is in the description. Yeah, so shout out to them. Right, so we've got the wood. Let's move on to the next bit. With my scaffolding boards to hand, it's time to get them prepped, ready to make this tabletop, and it starts by taking these ends off. And once that's done, I can throw them on the panel saw and cut them to size. That's all the bits cut, trimmed to size. So I've got 4 pieces for my tabletop. I've taken the edge off 2 of them, both edges, because they'll be the centre 2 boards. And then the outer boards, I've only taken the edge off 1 side. In total, that'll be 800 wide. I've got 2 boards ripped a tiny little bit off to join a tiny little extra piece on. They'll be for the base, and the smaller pieces are just for the back. So glue that together and then I can go home. It's glue up time. And again, I'm using the Festool domino to add, I guess it's a slip tenon, to all my pieces, just to add extra stability and a larger gluing area. You could probably just butt joint these and glue them, but I think it's always wise to add that little bit extra. With the top glued up and in the clamps, all I need to do now is the bench seats, and that's 1 1/4 board. So again, domino, cut all my dominoes, cover it all in I keep saying PVA glue, wood glue, get them all clamped up. Running out of space, so these are going on the floor. Right, that's it. I'm getting out of here. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It's an hour and 40-minute drive. It's boiling. Yeah, I'm ready to go home. Happy Sunday, everyone. Right, I'm back. What a day. So I've been working all day. And now I've come all the way to the workshop. The steel is here. And I'm way too tired, but there's the tabletop to finish making. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. It's too hot. It is so hot. Yikes. I just need to sit down. It's been a long day already. What time is it? It's like 6:30. And it starts by getting it out of the clamps. And now the top needs its final trimming to length. You can see that the table has warped and bent a tiny little bit, so there must have been plenty of moisture in it. But with the heat that we've had recently, I think that might be something to do with it, and it's dried out pretty quick. Yeah, I've left my extractor, my hoover, on the job site because I've been working all day, and it's there ready for tomorrow morning. So I'm just having to do this with the mask at the minute. And after cutting a fresh edge, I can check the moisture content with my moisture meter. We're always aiming for between 6 and 8. Ooh. 8 is what we want, so it's not too bad. With this being the last evening I can work on the table to meet the deadline, I'm going to have to work into the night to get this finished. With the tabletop being so cupped, I'm going to have to inlay some pieces of C-section steel to the underside to try and take the bend out of this tabletop. So I started by clearing off the glue using a sharp chisel. And after that I could get all of my bits sanded. Don't want to go too heavy on the sanding. I think I just went up to a 150 grit because we do not want to take away the factory saw marks and patina off these boards, because that is the whole reason we're making a table out of scaffolding boards. And the client has selected a medium oak wax paste finish. So I'm just going to rub that into the timbers, and I'm going to do exactly the same for both the benches and the bench backs as well. As someone who really dislikes scaffolding boards, I'm not gonna lie, by the next morning it did look quite good. And like a true amateur, I haven't filmed an outro, so I'm doing it here. Yeah, so how much did it cost? What I'll do is, I can't find a whiteboard or anything, so I'll stick the price. I'll do the breakdown here. So the steel It was 30 by 30 box section steel, and I think it was about £11 a length. So we used 3 and a bit, so let's just call that 44 quid for the steel. The powder coat is probably the most expensive part, because I actually had them come and collect it because I wasn't there. So that came out at £150. The scaffolding from Leeds Wood Recycling. Scaffolding used to be a hell of a lot cheaper, but it's a great material to use at a DIY sort of amateur level, and you can make tables out of it. I mean, yes, they will be a little bit wibbly wobbly, and you're better off using something that is furniture grade that has been kiln dried. But the scaffolding boards for all that was £120, and then it's just consumables after that. Dominoes, glue, what else have we used? Dominoes, glue, all the wax. Yes, I used a wax paste as well, sanding discs, stuff like that. Let's say that was about, the consumables, about 70 quid. 70 quid. So in total that brings it to 384. If I can do quick maths, which I can't, I'm dyslexic, so but 384 for a 1.8 metre long dining table and 2 benches. I think that's not bad going, to be honest. So yeah, nice one. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. Please tick the bell. Don't forget to check out our sponsor. All the information is in the description below. So give it a thumbs up. If not, just comment your favourite emoji, because it all helps the algorithm and it helps me out for an absolute amateur YouTube channel that this is. But yeah, thank you very much. And I do have another video in the pipeline, hopefully in about 2 weeks' time. Another build video, I'm afraid. But yeah, it is what it is. Desperately trying to get myself back to 0, because I am in the red, and I'm really fighting to get back to 0. So that is the whole reason why the videos have stopped. But anyway, nice one. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.